let's get to this classic game that I was so happy to watch. I thought it was gonna be a dud. I really did. I really, really, really did. But this game was classic. Shouts out to my Raiders fans. Shouts out to the Chargers fans. Shouts out to the NFL fans. This game was nasty. We talking about the Chargers against the Raiders. So, Slav, what do you think about this game? Tell me the ups and
Great game.
downs, the ebbs and flows, sir.
That was the best game of the year. Like last game played for the regular season was the best game of the regular season. Like that was a classic, man. That was a great game. Like I feel like Derek Carr, bro, man, that dude gotta be we gotta put some respect on his name. At this point, we gotta put some real respect on that man's name, man. After this tumultuous year, all types of shit they done been through, the coach is out here being a weirdo, players getting arrested, and like man, and for them guys to make it to the playoffs, yo, and Derek Carr went out there. He's not the flashiest. He's not gonna put the biggest numbers on you, but he's gonna compete, man. He competes every week, and like it's like they're always underdogs. Like last night, underdogs, man. I feel like everybody thought the Chargers was gonna go out there and do their thing. I personally had the Raiders winning, but I wouldn't have been surprised if the Chargers won. But Derek Carr went out there through it all, man, and did what he been doing all year, proving people wrong, man. We need to salute that man.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to say to my Raiders fans, listen, man, I got nothing but love for y'all, man. But this game came down to literally who wanted it more, and we know the Raiders wanted it more. As much as the Chargers showed us how much they wanted it, because you don't understand. I don't think you understand the significance of what Justin Herbert did yesterday.
Yeah,
Six fourth down completions. And I don't mean like, oh, he just gets the 10 yards. He getting 15 easily,
he's a gamer.
right?
Big out.
Now his coach, Mr. Analytics. I'm gonna steal something from a broadcaster I watch every once in a while. I call him Analytics, okay? If you ain't never performed in these type of arenas, and what I mean these arenas, I'm not talking about the NFL. I'm just talking about big stage, big play type of games, team games. You can't just look at numbers. I would love to say that Justin Herbert going 34 or 64 for 383 yards, three touchdowns and one interception should have won the game. Because if I tell you Derek Carr's stats right now, like I said, this I'm going to show you the analytics of this, how some of these guys look at it. If I tell you Derek Carr's stats, you're not going to like it. 20, a 36, 186 yards and two touchdowns. You heard what I said about Justin Herbert, right? The defense. I wasn't expecting the Chargers to win, and I wasn't expecting them to lose because Justin Herbert was supposed to be my MVP this year. That's who I was going for. When I threw away, the boy there, Doodoo Brown. Okay, I threw him away with him and the Doodoo Brown team. And this team has always had this up and down. They didn't have trials and tribulations like the Raiders had. You know what I mean? The Raiders went through the grader, B. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that the Chargers, knowing that this was a must win to get in, that their coach would have made the right decisions. And he didn't. You know, the very last the very last kick that they did in overtime, I thought they should have went for it. I think it was like 4th and 5.
Yeah, I agree. I said the same thing. I was surprised they did. I'm like, but sometimes it's like you get it, so it's like you're not mad. But I'm thinking if I was in that position, I might have went for it though. But I'm not mad at the kicking the field goal was probably the safer thing to do. But you know what though? I think at the end of the day, I think the Chargers coach thought that they would tie. Did you get that feeling too?
He was playing for a tie.
Yeah, bro. I was like, yo, do he think that the Raiders gonna just tie the game or something? Because at the one point they did call a timeout. So I'm like, yo, why would they call a timeout? Are they trying to get the ball back? Like, what are they doing? Like, I was confused. Like, because I was lost. I'm not quite sure. I kind of wish I'd have maybe watched more post game interviews to see. Because I'm like, okay, they called timeout. So are they thinking they're gonna get a stop and get the ball back? Because the Raiders are in the driver's seat right now. So if they feel that they can win the game, like they don't have to. They could play for a tie or they can win. They're in the driver's seat. And
No,
I like that they play for the tie. I like that they went out there and just ripped their hearts out. Like I was like, hell yeah.
okay, so he called the timeout because the defensive personnel wasn't the right personnel for them to stop the run. They knew they were going to run the ball. That's why he called the timeout.
Okay,
The,
okay,
the,
yeah.
the
Because I was
Raiders were going to run the ball regardless. A lot of people think that, oh, they would have waited and ran out the time. Either way, they were going to run out the time. You need to make sure that you got to stop to make the field goal a little harder for them, right? Because
what a thing. So if they would, they could have just ran the clock out and tie. Because if it was a tie, then both teams got it.
here's the thing, though. The Raiders would have had to play the Chiefs, right?
Oh, okay.
Who?
Yeah, I
Why
didn't
would
even
they
think
want to
about.
play Chiefs in the wild card
I
weekend?
mean,
They want an easier team. They want a
maybe
team where they can, you know what I mean?
I think they will want to play the Chiefs though. When you think about it, that's the division rival they're more familiar with, and they beat them one time.
I don't know, man. If you ask me if I want to take the gravel road with rock, I ain't got no shoes on, no shoes. You want to take the gravel road, all these rocks, big ass rocks, you got to step on. You want to take the pavement? I'm gonna take the pavement every time, even though I might step on some glass. At least I can see it. Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah,
it was a weird situation. I kind of was a little bit confused because I'm like, dude, I'm thinking, do the Chargers think that the Raiders are just gonna just kneel and let the clock play out and be a tie? Is that what they thinking? Because like you figure if Jacobs didn't break that first down, you think they would have? What you think they would have did? You think they would have tried the field goal still, or you think they would have just?
oh, they still would have tried to field goal. Come on now.
You
The
think
Raiders
so?
were playing the tie. They weren't playing. Neither team was playing for a tie, and that goes back to. Sorry to jump backwards, but I'm just going to do this one time. It goes back to when they tied the game. Instead
Mm-hmm.
of going for two, they kicked the field goal. They should have went for the two. That's it. Because
Yeah,
when you go to overtime, it's still a coin flip, and we seen what happened. They coin flip, they lost, right? They have the worst run defense. You know what I mean? The worst
was
beat.
a lot of that game was a lot of like tough, like anxiety inducing situations. Because I'm like, damn, what do you do? Because you do have to, in the back of your head, I know they were thinking like, yo, if it's a tie, we in. If it's a tie game, we still get in. I know they had to be thinking at the back of their minds because it was a lot of like, y'all not gonna go for it right here, or y'all gonna tie. Like I don't know. It was weird. I don't know.
Hold on. Let me show you something. Josh Jacobs carried the ball 26 times. You want me to tell me what yards he got?
He had like a buck 20. He
Buck
did.
32.
He did. He came
But
through.
he's not the only rusher. Richard got 24. Marcus got 23, right? Tell you the Chargers. Eckler, who gave you that bad game a few months back or a few weeks back, right?
He did
16
his.
carries, only 64 yards. They shut him down.
He had two scores though.
Well,
Yeah,
he had one touchdown.
he had a receiving touchdown too.
Yeah, so he had a receiving. So he had two touchdowns. That's okay, but what I'm just saying, like the defense of the Chargers is the reason why. At the end of the day, if you know that this one running back is killing you, you get the opportunity to close the game out. Close it out. Stop. Like the analytics of this coach. Sometimes you trust the numbers too much instead of going with the gut. You know what I'm saying?
But there was some tough ones though. Tough decisions to make for him though. Like that's
Tough
why I'm like,
decisions.
you don't think so? You think like
Slide,
I think
slide, slide. When Justin Herbert throws that 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 tying touchdown, I'm going for the throat. I am not trying to play it out any longer than I need to, knowing that my defense was getting carved up before OT. Jacobs was running loose on these guys, and it's not
I
just
don't
Jacobs. It's any team that has a running game has been beating the dog ish out of the Chargers. They have the worst rush defense. They're like
Yeah.
17th, bro.
Yeah, I feel like it was probably a lot going on in his head at the time. Because me even thinking about it, I'm thinking like, what would I do? I'm personally, I'm the type I'm going for it, man. I'm gonna go for it. But at the same time, it's like you can score first or tie and you get in. So he's probably thinking there's two scenarios where I get in, right? So he's playing it safe.
Here's the thing, though. There are two scenarios for you to get in. But when your quarterback makes that dramatic comeback and at
Yeah,
least ties the game for you gotta put the ball in his hands to finish the job.
yeah, they had the momentum. They had the momentum. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. That's a tough loss, man. I feel and I like that. I like the Chargers, especially Herbert, man.
Right?
It is what it is. I'm gonna keep it a bean though. I like the Raiders getting in. I like seeing the team overcome all of that to get into. That's beautiful, man.
Yo,
That's beautiful.
it's a great feel good story. I
Yeah,
have nothing ill about Derek Carr. Like the Raiders fans right now are like, yo, even though we had a doo doo season, you know what I mean? We got
they
in.
gotta be
You
happy.
know, this could be a beginning of some type of momentum for the years to come. But who's to
Uh,
say they're gonna keep Derek Carr again next year?
nah, they got to now. They got to. They got to. They
Listen,
was
they've
talking
been poo
about getting
pooing
rid
on
of him.
this guy. They've
They
been poo
gotta keep
pooing on
him
this
back.
guy. You know what I'm saying? But it was a cliffhanger game. I appreciated every moment of it. It reminded me of why I love football, especially
Word.
on Sundays, because any given Sunday something can happen.
Yeah.
Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all thought about that game, though. Okay? Let us know. We'll
Yeah.
jump in the comments with y'all. Get it bracking, okay?